So right now what you are seeing is an intake structure. Okay, so this is a river intake structure. Okay, so you can see here, see this is the food bridge. Okay, so yesterday in the PPT we have mentioned about a food bridge. I'll show you where is the food bridge. Okay, whatever it is. So whatever it is, yesterday in the PPT we have mentioned that the intake structure will be provided with a food bridge. അതായത് ഒരു നടപ്പാത എന്നാണ് ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത്. Okay, so this is that food bridge. Okay, as you can see there are handrails over there. Okay, so this is that food bridge over which people can walk. Okay, so this is an intake structure, that is this is a river intake structure. Okay, so you can see this is a tunnel like structure and it will be constructed in the river. Okay, it will be constructed in the river. The portion of the river will, a portion of this intake structure will be below the water level. Okay, so this will be a food bridge will be provided so that people can walk and they can properly examine the working of this intake structure. Okay, so this is the exact picture of a river intake structure. But you have to study the other picture. Okay, you have to study the other picture. Okay, so you can see there is another picture. Okay, so this is a intake structure that is constructed in the river, and if you go below the water level you can see like this, the conduits or the pipes will be held like this. Okay, so water will be entering through this pipe. Okay, water will be entering through this pipe through the intake structures. Water will be entering through this pipe to the intake structure and it will be stored over there. Okay, and the food which will be provided, so the person who the concerned engineer or concerned people who are it is, they will be examining it at regularly. Okay, so this is called as a river intake structure. So I think that for last day this most of the people didn't understand what happened the intake structure. Okay, so if you see this picture and if you study connectively, you can understand. See, so we have studied about wet intake structure. Okay, so as you are seeing, so this is the water level and there will be a tower like structure will be constructed in the river. Okay, a tower like structure will be constructed in the river, and this bottom you can see there will be gates be provided at the sides, and through this water will be pumped out. Okay, through this water will be pumped out. Okay, so similarly in this picture also you can see the similar thing is happening in this picture also. Okay, similar picture is thing will be happening in this picture also. See this side, this is the gate. Okay, this is the gate that is provided. Here you can see some dot dot structures. Okay, okay, here you can see some dot dot structures. So through here the water will be entering through the water will be entering to the intake structures and it will be taken to the distribution channels. It will be taken to the distribution channels. Okay, the next one is dry intake. Okay, so dry intake, what is happening? The water is flowing through this gate and it will be flowing through this conduit pipe. Okay, so you can see below there is a withdrawal pipe. So water will be flowing through the gates and it will be flowing through this pipe. Okay, so no water will be stored in this tower. Okay, in this tower like portions water will not be stored. Okay, just water that supply will be done. Okay, so I can show you one picture of this on video. See, this is one of the famous intake structure. Okay, so here you can closely see this is a food bridge that is provided. This is the pump house. We'll tell locally, we'll say call it as a pump house. Okay, so this is the intake structure that is constructed. Okay, this is the intake structure that is constructed. See, you can see here how the water is flowing. See, can you see this portion? See this portion. Okay, so in this picture clearly you can see the gate. Okay, you can clearly see the gate. So see this water. So this water is having a lot of pollutants. That is, you can see here that uh, okay, so you can see that a lot of pollutants is occurring over here. That is, you can see all the floating matters, all those things are there. Okay, even the fishes also will be there. Okay, so you cannot allow all these matters to enter inside. Okay, so that's why screening is done. Okay, so screening will be provided, and all these floating matters will be prevented from entering. Okay, all this floating matter will be prevented. See this is the gate that is provided. You can see this is a canal intake. Okay, yesterday we studied about the canal intake. Okay, so this is the bed, this is the canal bed, and here they will be providing a gate, and bottom of this gate they will be providing a core screen. That means this floating matter should not enter. Okay, this floating matter should not enter. See, so that is a close, this is the gate, and this bottom portion. Okay, this is the top portion of this gate, and below this you can see one screen also will be provided so as to prevent the entry of this floating matters. See this. So this is a dam. Okay, these are all dam structures. See, this is a the core screen. Okay, this is the core screen. Okay, so water will be allowed to pass through this core screen, so all that big matters will be captured over here. അതായത് വലിയ വലിയ പാർട്ടിക്കിൾസ് ഒക്കെ ഇവിടെ തങ്ങി നിൽക്കും. So this is the core screen that is provided. Okay, so the core screen will be provided. So when the water is allowed to flow through this structure, the big matters, the big suspended matters will be captured over here. So they won't enter inside the intake structure. Okay, so only water will be entering into the intake structure. You can see this is the core screen. See. So this is the inside portion of the reservoir intake. As you can see, lot of pumps are there. Okay, you can see lot of pumps over here. See this, lot of pumps will be there. So this is a reservoir. Okay, this is a reservoir, that is water will be collected over here. See this. Okay, so that's about the intake structure. Okay, that's about the intake structure. Okay, so now after seeing all these videos, if you read the PPT, it will be very easy for you to understand, because this is not at all a tough topic. This is a very 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 easy topic. Only thing is that we have to understand the concept. Okay, now coming to the next topic, that is pumps. Okay, pumps, pumps and reservoirs. So we have studied about two types of pump, that is positive displacement pump and centrifugal pump. Okay, I have not explained about it. Anyway, we'll study about the positive replacement pump and the centrifugal pump. Okay, so I will show you a small video on this. Okay, so coming to the, we'll come back to our topic. So first I will explain what is this, then I will show you a small video. So that is a positive displacement pump and reciprocating pump. Okay. So the positive displacement pump, a vacuum will be created, and by this water will be drawn into the chamber. Okay. So mainly positive displacement pump is of two types, that is a reciprocating pump and the rotary pump. Okay. So this is a reciprocating pump. Okay, so as you can see this picture first. Okay, so in this reciprocating pump, this is a closed cylinder. Okay, a cylinder will be provided. Okay, so this is a closed cylinder, as you see. So this is a closed cylinder, and inside the cylinder there will be one plunger. Okay, so this plunger will be moving. Okay, this plunger will be moving. Okay, so on the intake stroke, the suction valve remains open and allows the water to come into the cylinder. Okay, so so on the intake stroke, what is happening is that this is provided with a suction valve. Okay, this is provided with a suction valve. So you can see the suction pipe over here. Okay, you can see a suction pipe over there. Okay, so the suction valve will be opened. Okay, the suction valve will be opened and water will be entering through this pipe, sorry, through this wall, and it will be allowed into the cylinder. Okay, the delivery valves remains closed during the intake stop. Okay, so this is the delivery valve. As you see, this is the delivery pipes, and it will be remain closed. This delivery valve, it will be remain closed. Okay, so why you studied, now that you have studied about the intake structures. Okay, how the water is being stored, how the water is being taken from different sources. Now we have to pump this water to the distribution channels. Okay, now the stored water has to be pumped to the distribution channel. For that, we require a very good, high efficient pumping equipments. Okay, the water that we have stored or water that we have collected has to be distributed to each and every customer. Okay, so normal this will be like you have to distribute water for a city. Okay, you will be asked to distribute water for a city, or you will be asked to distribute water for a 1 lakh or 2 lakh population. So you need a high efficient pumping equipments. You need a high efficient pumping equipments. Okay, so that is why the second portion as a continuation to is we are studying about the pumping. So that is, you have to pump the water at very high pressure so as to reach to each and every customer. Okay, so we are for that we are having different types of pump. That is positive displacement pump. Again, it is of two types, that is reciprocating pump and a rotary pump. Reciprocating pump, this is a reciprocating pump. Okay, so here the water will be allowed to pass through this valve and this delivery valve will be closed. Okay, on the discharger, suction valve is closed and water is forced into the delivery pipe through the delivery valve and then opening to the discharge pump. Okay, so when the water has been completely filled in the cylinder, okay, when the water is completely filled in the cylinder, this suction pipe, it will be closed. Okay, this pipe will be closed and this delivery valve will be open, so water can exit through this valve. Okay, water can exit through this pipe. Okay, അപ്പം ഇത് അടക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇത് തുറക്കും, ഇത് തുറക്കുമ്പോൾ മറ്റേത് അടക്കും. Okay, so there is a simultaneous action that is occurring. Okay, so see this. So right now I'm showing you a pumping station. Okay, I'll show you a pumping station. See this. So see this. So this is one of the pumping station that is in Rajasthan. Okay, this is one of the pumping station that is in Rajasthan. Okay, so you can see that in the pump house it will be having a large pipe like this. So these are hydraulic pumps. Okay, these are all hydraulic pumps. Okay, so water will be passed through these pumps. Okay, so this is a picture of the inside picture of a pumping station. Okay, so just to understand you how big the machines are, how big the pumps are. Okay, so this is the river intake structures. So this is its turbine. See it. Okay. So this is a reciprocating pump. Okay, this is a reciprocating pump, and this is the video how it is working. Okay, you can see the working of the reciprocating pump. So see this video. So you can see the suction valve over here. So this is a suction valve, and this is a delivery pipe. See this. So see, by this action, a vacuum will be created over this area. Okay, so the water will be pumped up. Okay, so here the water will be pumped up through the suction valve. Okay. So as you can see, this is another video of reciprocating pump. So here you can see this is the intake structure and water is stored over here. Okay. So this will be the piston. So this crank will be rotated. So this crank will be rotated to and fro. and a vacuum will be created over this region. Okay, so water vacuum will be created and the water will be entering. See, the valve has been opened and the water is entering. Okay, so you can see this portion. So by the movement of this crank, the vacuum will be created and this water will be, the valve will be opened and this water is entered. Okay, so the suction valve is opened but this delivery valve is closed. Okay, this delivery valve is closed. So see this. Once the water has been filled in this chamber, okay, once the water has been filled in this chamber with this pressure, the delivery valve is open. Now the delivery valve is open. Now the water will be going through this delivery valve. See the water will be, this piston, it will be moving over here. So by this pressure the water will be, see, now the piston has been moved. Now the water will be going up. Okay, so this is exact video of how a reciprocating pump is working. Okay, exact video of how a reciprocating pump is working. Okay, okay, so I'll repeat it once again. This is very important. Reciprocating pump means, you can see, so this is the crank, so the, it will be moving. The, see, I told you, like in this like there will be a closed cylinder and there will be a plunger inside which will be moving. Okay, so this is that closed cylinder. Okay, this is that closed cylinder, this is the plunger. Okay, this plunger is operated by a crank. This is a crank and this plunger will be operated by a crank. Okay, so this plunger, it will be moving inside the cylinder. This is the closed cylinder and this plunger will be moving inside the cylinder. Okay, so by the movement of this plunger, the vacuum will be created. You can see the vacuum will be created. Okay, so see, it is moving. So the first valve will be open. Okay, the valve will be open, and by the suction pressure, by the vacuum pressure, the water will be entering. And once the water is completely filled over here, okay, the water will be completely filled here. Okay, and the water is completely filled, the delivery valve will be open. So the plunger will force like this. The plunger will move inside, so the water will be forced through the delivery pipe. See, plunger will be forced moving, so the water will be forced to the delivery pipe. Okay, so this is how a reciprocating pump is working. Okay, okay, now what are the advantage of this reciprocating pump is that it gives you a constant discharge. The discharge will be very constant. Okay, at variable head, whatever the river head may be, so that then the river, the water level will be varying, but the discharge will be constant. Okay, and it is also suitable for the large pumps and it is durable and also it is flexible. Okay, only disadvantage is that its initial pump cost of the pump is very high. Initial cost of the pump is very high, and also it requires a lot of installations. Okay, there is a lot of installation is required and there is also a skilled supervision is required. Okay, skilled supervision is required. Okay, now another disadvantage of this is that this is very unsuitable if the water is polluted. That is, if the water is having a lot of dissolved particles or if the water is having fine sands, the water contains a lot of fine sand. In such cases, this pump will be inefficient. Okay, because there is a chance of corrosion, or you can say there is a chance of scoring. Okay, so in such cases, this pipe will be very inefficient. So come to the next one, that is rotary pumps. So what do you mean by rotary pump? So you can see the picture of this rotary pump. Okay. So here the reciprocating motion is substituted by the rotary motion. Okay. So here a reciprocating motion is acting. Okay. So a reciprocating motion is acting over here. Okay. Now this rotary motions is achieved by cams and gears. Okay. So in this pumps, the cams and gears will be fitted. Okay. It will be having a lot of cams and gears. Okay. Now this rotary motion is obtained by this cams and gears. Okay. You can see this cams and gears. So this will be rotating in the opposite motion. Okay, this rotary in the rotary pump, you can see over here. So this is the cams. Okay, so this it will be rotating in the opposite motion. Sorry, opposite direction. Okay, and water will be entering into the suction pipe, and it will be trapped between this teeth and the gears. Okay, it will be trapped between these teeth and gears, and it will be forced to flow through the discharge pipe. Okay, it will be forced to flow through the discharge pipe. Okay, I will show you a video of a rotary pump and how it is working. So see this. This is a rotary pump. Okay, this is a rotary pump. So this is the inside. You can see this is the gears that is provided. Okay, the pictures in this picture you have seen the two gears which is rotating in the opposite direction. Okay, so this is that gears that is rotating in the opposite direction. Okay, so this gears will be rotating in the opposite direction, and see, because of that a pressure will be created and water will be forced through this suction pipe. Okay, water will be forced to the suction pipe. See, this is the front view of this working of the rotary pump. Okay, so this is that gears which is rotating in the opposite direction. Okay, this is that gears that is working rotating in the opposite direction. So by this the water will be entering, so it will be trapped inside the teeth of this gears. Okay, once the water is entering through this pipe, it will be trapped inside the gears of this, sorry, it will be trapped inside the teeth of this gears. Okay, and it will have a to and fro motions, and this is the outlet pipe through which water will be forced outside. See, this is how it is working. That is, while these gears are moving, a pressure will be created. So because of that pressure, water will be moving. Okay, so this is the lengthwise view, that is the longitudinal view of that rotary pipes. Okay, this is a longitudinal view of that rotary pipes. So same thing is happening over here. You can see. See, this is a cross-sectional view. So that is rotary pump. Okay. I think almost time now. You can first name names to mark the attendance now.